Hi, and welcome back to Codeweaver Plays Games. It looks like I've got my audio all working, and we're going to do a little bit of Stranded Deep today. So let's switch right over to that cam right this second here. I'm going to do one quick little additional check for audio. And it seems like we got our audio working, so I can ignore my laptop for the most part and go right on to my main gaming PC. So, the last time I did this was quite some time ago, and I actually completed it. So this video will not be about sort of completing the game proper. I got to the, I guess, canonical ending of the game. But I did always say that what I wanted to do was to come back here and do a little bit more work on my main hideaway, if you like, my resort that I've been building, as well as I wanted to do a little exploration in some of the islands I haven't been to yet, see if there's anything oddball on any of them. So sit back and relax. This is going to be sort of a little bit of travel, a little bit of resource gathering, a little bit of building. Very low key, probably going to die a couple of times. Might go and take out a shark or two, because I don't think I've actually taken out a shark in all the streams that I've done. Could be fun as an exercise. I mean, I've taken out the much bigger beasties, so I don't anticipate it's actually going to be a problem. What else to say? Nothing. Let's just get started. I just feel like a little bit of this. Largely I was inspired because one of the other streamers I watch, whose name is, hang on a second, I believe it's Kotobos Games. I will just look that up. Yeah, Kotobos Games on YouTube has been doing a stream where they are doing an exploration of Stranded Deep for the first time, and I just felt a little bit inspired, to be honest. And I am babbling and not getting into the game. So let me show you what I've been up to, because I actually have been playing this a little bit offline, as it were. Some of which was just me putzing around. I didn't think it was necessarily particularly streamable, and I wasn't in a position to stream anyway. I should add a little bit of oil to this chair. Oh well. So I've got a mug of water, I have got some leftover pizza from last night, which is going to serve as breakfast. So this is where I currently stand on things. As you can see, not a whole lot has changed around my main base. One of the things I plan on doing, and I want to see if this works, is that I want to clean a little bit of this up. As far as I'm given to understand, there is now a new mechanism for being able to stack items. Let's see if I can even make that work. The patch to create more efficient stackable things came in relatively recently. And I'm not sure if it's going to apply to my game retroactively. It might. Let's find out, shall we? So I think if I drop one and then I hit tab, is this going to be a thing I can do? Or is that just going to say backpack? Maybe this isn't going to be a thing. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. I don't seem to be able to have stackables, but that could be because I started this game, some local excitement going on outside. That's fun. And just to be absolutely clear that this is failing in a way, this is failing because I just have too old a save file, as it were. Just going to Google up Stranded Deep stacks. And I'm pretty sure the item piles thing. This happened in May, apparently. And most interesting feature will now be able to stack items and make piles to arrange them. One of the major effects, it behaves like an obstacle, you can't pass through it. I could actually use that to build up things I could possibly stand upon. That's always been a thing that's bugged me just a little bit, is that there aren't many things you can stand on, and you know what, I'll show you when I get up to the top of my building why that's important. But how do you actually do the stacking? Yeah, I may just not be able to do this, and that's fine. I don't actually necessarily need this for playing my game, but I will check out the general graphics audio input. I don't think there's any special control for this. Pick up item, use item, crafting. As far as I know, in order to make it happen, I just have to I should be able to use like the tab button. No, that's not it. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, I can't use these. I don't know what the key command is for that. If there is one separate from simply treating it as if it were sort of a backpack that I can stack things into. So I don't get that feature. But hey, look forward to it in your own playthroughs. You can see it in some of Kodabos's videos where he makes good use of it. So I am going to be stuck until I can figure out how to do that, merely having messy stacks like this. But I've always had this, so this doesn't bother me too much. So let's take a look at the place. The place hasn't changed all that much except on the very top level. So let me give you, and I've gotten a few more lights. Let me take you on a quick walkthrough of what I've got going on here. Actually, before I do that, let me take a quick look. Yeah, I'm full up on everything. I am not suffering at all. So this is probably going to be easier to see in the light of day. I've got some nice balconies here. I've got some sort of private rooms in here with their own private balconies, so that's nice. Quite a few of them, actually. Going up to the next level, this is sort of a large, sort of, I guess you could say, conference, lower conference room. With, you know what? I did not put a door on that. I will have to fix that. That's kind of incomplete, isn't it? So that's the next thing I'm probably going to build, is just clean that up. Although this is meant to be a conference balcony, so maybe I'll leave that open, a little airflow. I don't know. No, I should probably put a door on it. The final and upper level I use as a helicopter landing pad, but you could consider this to be an observation deck where you can actually get a view of the stars, and then retreat downstairs if things start to rain. So I've been considering. Maybe I don't want to enclose this with a roof because then it's no different than the floor directly below me. But every time I look at this, so I've got two problems. Every time I look at this from down below, it just seems unfinished just because of the way that these sort of posts stick up like this. I wish I could just have the half wall without these sort of stacking posts. Long pillars. Stacking posts. Long pillars. And the idea here is, at least aesthetically, that a roof would go over top of this, which I don't want. Not even necessarily an arched one. I want to be able to view the stars from here. That's the entire purpose of this. However, to add a finished look to this, what I might do is I might do a trim of angled roof around this, and then leave the center open. And so you get most of the sky. You get a ridge that you could sort of stand under if there's some light drizzle briefly without too much wind. And from down below, it would just look a little bit more finished. So I might do that. I have also been working on going to some of the more distant islands. I don't have the cartographer's map listed right now. Actually, what I could do, if it will let me, is I will show you what, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can do this. We're going to quit out of here because I haven't actually done anything in this playthrough as of yet. So let's quickly step out to the cartographer. And I will, because I think I can do that. Yes, I can. And I can show you what my world looks like. I've got a copy of this on my laptop that I can refer to when I'm gaming. I've given up trying to do this all in my head. I can deal with, so there's my main island. I can deal with playing this game up to about the first two sort of rings of islands, although this one had some odd gaps in it that made that a bit challenging. I can do a lot of that in my head, and one of the things that I did was, when I was originally exploring, if you go back and look at my videos, I made sure I always, even in the absence of a compass, always had markers on these islands pointing me back home, and that's how I kept myself from getting too lost. And that works out relatively well for the first couple of strings of islands, and I don't need much more than that. But the reason why I'm going to using the map now more, like having a copy of this just in a separate window on my laptop or on my PC, whatever, is so that I can get to some of the more distant islands. Because, say, getting out to here, this area, out on the sort of northwest side, very easy for me to accidentally get lost. Part of the reason for that is the further away you travel, the harder it is sometimes to get like a good, what's the best way to say this? The really big ships tend to have, even the small ones do, but the really big ships tend to have a bit of a drift in a particular direction, and it's usually towards, I think, drifting to the south. And it's not only a rotational drift, so that you can't really just set it and forget it and drive straight forever. It's also, I think, even when you have your sail up, a southward drift on the entire craft. And so when I've been trying to come back from the side of this thing, I occasionally get lost trying to make this entire traversal, because I'll misinterpret one of the islands as being the wrong island if I'm like between. And I think, as I drift further south, I'll lock onto the wrong island, and then I'll end up somewhere down here. Usually I end up south of my island if I make a mistake. I usually don't end up north of it. So I find that an interesting bias. I don't know if it's my bias, which would be peculiar, but whatever. Anyway, so that's what my map looks like. And you can see some of the bad guys are way the heck down here, and way the heck up here. So this spanned quite a lot of the map, and so to finish the game, I had to go quite far. But now I'm just going to go exploring. All right, enough of that. Been babbling on for 10 minutes now, 12 minutes now, and I haven't actually gotten into playing a lot of the game proper, just touring you around. Leftover pizza is delightful. So, day 199. How do you like them apples? All right. So it is the evening. I haven't really finished taking anybody on a tour, but I do need to build that door. That door is bugging me. So what am I going to do door-wise? I believe that I have been using planks for doors, except for the main front door. Yes, I have. And I've been doing that fairly uniformly, so I am going to continue doing that. I don't have a lot of planks, but I have a million crates, and apparently you can break those down. Yeah, alright, so we're going to need a couple of those. Hang on, let's just check to see. Arch, corrugated arch. These are all arches. Doors. Here we go. We need a wood door. We need four. No, not a wood door. Plank door. Yep, I got 2 of those, and I just need some rope. Well, rope's easy to generate. Is that enough rope? Did I actually make enough? Building doors. Yes, I have enough to build a plank door. Hey, bats, look at that. So let's quickly finish off this missing piece of our puzzle here. Can we not just, I guess we can't quick build it? That's a little weird, but okay. Oh, that's why I can't do it. I don't have a hammer on me. Yeah, the one downside is that if I put a door here... You notice I don't have a whole lot of hooks for my lanterns? Yeah. Could elevate them a bit. Get some of the light up and off the floor. Well, that's interesting. Do I have a door on... Yeah, I do have a door on that side. Alright, well. Yeah. Which box have I been drawing my hammers from? This one, I think. I got a lot of hammers. I do need to add furniture and the like to this. I don't know if I'll ever get around to that. So what I was saying, oops, I went too far up. Quickly build the... It's gonna let me this time? Yes, it is. Aha, there we go. Alright. One of the things I was saying is I'd like to be able to like view the sort of lower part of this and bits of the island or whatever by sort of sitting down, as it were, or at least standing above my chair. There's no sort of sit option, more's the pity, as far as I know. It'd be nice to just sit here and relax, right? And whatever. Standing here isn't too bad. I'd prefer to be a little bit elevated, but the problem is I have no ability to stand on any of this stuff. You can see I'm clipping all the way through this. And I'd like to be able to either have the half wall here a little bit lower. Like I said, I wanted to get rid of these upper posts. But the stackables provide an interesting thought. If they are in fact obstacles, then I could actually build a pile of things here and stand on that. Instead of using, these are basically just these wood containers, right? I don't know if there's anything that I can build that's just a little bit higher that I can actually stand on. I'll have to think about if that's possible. But you know what? I just like to be about half my jumping height higher so that I can just look down a little bit more. Because from here, it's, you know, it's lovely looking out at the islands, but right up in the corner here, I don't know. Maybe if I had a quarter wall? I've built so high, I'm literally up where the bats are. Alright. Alright. So, one of the other bits of information, one of the other things that I did not know before I started this game and did a lot of building, interestingly enough, is that I did not know you could use fibrous leaves in the water still and the fire pit. That's not exactly a new thing, but way back in the day when I used to play this, I think you could only burn wood there, in the fire pit anyway. Scratch that. I mean, I knew you could use the fibrous leaves in the water still. That's been a thing for quite a while, but specifically using it to start up the fire means that I no longer have to burn wood sticks in order to be able to do a decent fire, anything, actually. Same thing goes, by the way, with the fuel generator. Oh, hello. That's been running for a while, didn't need to be. And that basically what that means is I am self-sufficient for a lot longer than I thought I was. I used a lot of wood building that building, and that was unavoidable. But I no longer need to do it just to survive, which means I could last, maybe not. I could more or less live indefinitely now because I don't need to burn wood for anything. I don't need to consume that resource, and there's no other resources on here. Maybe rocks, because eventually I run out of tools and they don't respawn. But there's so much rock that I've personally got stored, and it wears out so slowly that it's not really that big a deal. You can mine more of it too. So, do I have potatoes here? No, I do not. This is more or less as you last saw it. I'm going to pick some fruit, because why not? So I can head out in the morning. And this is a great way to get both water and food. I should water my crops. I do have a tendency to let them die. You will notice that I have an entire new row of yucca trees here. I always had the PP plants because the one resource plant-wise that I find I'm constantly running into is getting poisoned. And now I no longer have to do any janky, Boy, howdy, there's good pizza even left over. I no longer have to either hunt the islands for antidotes or do a janky load and resave thing. So the PvP plants have always been there, but the yucca trees are new. I wanted to add a row of these because I was starting to use these for not only obviously the water supply, which I may actually increase as time goes on, but also, how many of these do I have? Oh, these are already. This one's already filled up. I wonder where the other one went. Maybe I left it on board the ship. I'll have to go look. Anyway, my point being is the amount of these that I was finding on that I have native on the island was not really quite sufficient. I often had to bring them back from the islands, which I do anyway. But having my own yucca trees here has made this much more self-sustainable. I may even add more at some point. It's quite helpful. Let's go and start watering some plants. I can get it up to at least the 3/4 level. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know where my other jug went to. I must have stashed it on board the ship. But that's okay. I only need one. Okay, so there we go. I should arguably give all of these a solid watering up to full, but let's do one pass first and see where we stand. I have gotten to the point, actually, a couple of times during this sort of extended playthrough, if you will, where I've actually lost all my crops. So I actually don't need this many PP plants, to be perfectly honest. I could actually harvest some aloe. I think there's another one I can use to build like extended breathing. I've never actually done that. Oh, well, I got everything. All right. All right. If I'm gonna head out in the morning, let's go whole hog. Let's just do this thing. Let's. I'm gonna use the water that I have available to fully water these so that it stands much less of a chance of going south when I'm gone. Yeah, I need to build more water stills so I can do more of this at once. As like over by the, I increased the number of things I have to water by a factor of, well, I guess mathematically 4/3, but I have no, hang on, I increase it by a factor of 4/3. Okay, can't do the math in my head anymore. Point being is that I no longer really have enough water right by my crops in order to water them. So, oops, and I grabbed one of the PV plants, which is fine. I can just store that. So this has largely become at this point just a maintenance thing. Like, oh, hello, do I have enough? I always want to keep enough of everything here in order to be able to completely replenish it if my crops die. Like, be able to get it back up and running quickly. I've had it happen more than once. Anyway, what I really need and there it is. The irony is I do not have enough water to fully replenish that. And actually to be able to completely do it from nothing would actually be quite difficult. To have enough water. What am I saying here? It would be it would take me quite a larger number of stills, water stills, in order to be able to completely supply this from no water whatsoever. Come on. But I could build a couple more, and it wouldn't really save me the amount of leaves that I have to stuff in there, but it would save me time, because I don't have to wait around for more of it to distill. And there's morning. So that's fine. Now I can switch over to this and gather some of the water which has collected. I don't think I need more than that. So I think I only missed one. Now, did I get everything? No, I didn't get that one. Or that one. Or that one. Okay, but now we're all good to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the remaining water that has been generated. So I can take it with me. Which apparently I can't, because none of the rest has been generated. That's fine. Oh, I made a shark repellent. Who knew? Really interesting that it made shark repellent. I don't remember doing that. I thought one of these was an antidote. Oh well. Okay. What do I want to do here? I am not sure what I want to do. Cooked spoil. Okay, so I got to toss that. I had that as extra. So there's my water bottle. I could just hop in and go for a ride. Let us go to one of the other islands. Right, so the water's still working. I think I'm good. Let's save the game here, and let's hop on our craft and head out. Now I don't need to bring the hammer with me. I'm not going to be building anywhere else, so not at that level anyway. I don't need to bring fibrous leaves. Oh, hello, do I have a whole bunch of potatoes here? Maybe I do. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's why I was gonna have the fire actually. Right. I brought those over to turn into fuel, and then I didn't dump them on. So let's just get that going, and we can leave that going while I'm gone. So yeah, other things I've learned. The box's capacity seem to have gone up, which means I need fewer boxes to store all my stuff, which means I could consolidate a lot of this. I think it's gone up from 3 stacks to 5 or something. Yeah. So that's new. Which has meant you can transport a lot more stuff back in a single box, which is handy. Alright. Time to mosey. Let's go and check out some of the areas that I'm freshly exploring. All right, so checking the cartographer's map, because that is a thing I now need to do. And I should have had it open so I'm not boring everybody on stream with me poking around, but here we go. Oh, come on. Really? Where are you, map? Where are you, map? Yeah, it's not one that I'm showing on stream because separate window, just to keep it out of my hair. So I am going to go mostly northwest from here. Let's do that. Oh, hello. I forgot I had you guys here. Well, I have to solve this problem first, because I'm not taking these guys back with me. And I didn't want to skin them ahead of time, because then the meat would go bad. At least I hope it hasn't gone bad. Now, I may be heading out from here tomorrow morning rather than today, but you know how it goes. Actually, I want to head out soon because the fruit that I picked is going to rot in and of itself too. So I got to separate out the good meat from the bad here because it stacks, which is strange and weird. But so what do we got here? Medium crab meat is good, 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 and good. So let's just attach that to the smoker. And these are the bad ones that I'm going to dump them in the ocean, so they're no longer a problem. So that should be enough to smoke this, and I'm going to leave it do its thing. So here's hoping I come back to smoke meat. I'm not going to monitor it, so that's a thing now. Oh, let's grab some to drink. How am I doing on liquid? A couple more on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drop that. All right, that'll do. Save the game. All right, let's head out. Let's see if I can actually hit my targets, my intended targets. And you're still fully watered, so I'm not too worried about that. Right. I have tended to maneuver this thing under wind power. Now, I did create a hybrid craft here. I have both engines as suits my fancy. I also built these. I didn't know you could do this. It certainly wasn't around long ago when I used to play this game, but I found a couple of YouTubers doing this trick, and I quite like it. There are a few things that you can build on rafts that actually properly attach to rafts, and among them are these fantastic crate racks, so that I don't have to balance them on the top of my ship anymore. And because of the buoyancy rules in this game for how much the raft can float aren't really very realistic. Like, they're pretty broken. On something this big, I should be able to, drive a fairly sizable car without it dipping or tipping. I can't put this many crates on here if I don't have these racks. More's the pity. Okay, let's just get myself a little bit away from the island before I continue to ramble. However, if you build these racks for these, then the crates don't affect the buoyancy of the craft in an inappropriate way. And so, effectively, what I kind of want to do... Actually, I think some of these crates have stuff in them. Do they still have stuff in them? Oh, incidentally, there's the other water bottle. So I'm going to put this here so I don't accidentally drink anything. Yeah, hey, take a look at this. So that's smoked meat as a reserve, but I have other things in here that I have to offload. I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, check all this out. I forgot to unload all this stuff last time. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to take a moment to transport a lot of this stuff. All right. Try to... Actually, can I put my food over in this one? Yes. All right. So annoying as this is, I want to unload this before I head out. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab that. We are going to grab the meat out of that and put it over here. And that way I can grab all the rest of that and all the rest of that. All right. So I'm going to actually eventually add more of these container shelves so that I can basically act as a large floating resource pile that I can use to transport. I basically become a shipping line so that it just takes less time to drag stuff off of islands and like I can stay out a little bit longer because I can like store consumable resources on my craft a little bit more easily. I mean, it doesn't matter that I take up slots with like small piles of meat and the like, and water stores. And on the topic of water stores, once again, I should probably yeah, I really wish I could do that stacking thing, but apparently I can't, and I don't know why. Alright. Let's grab the rest of the sticks as I find them, and I guess the palm fronds. Sure. Alright, too much stuff. Yeah, you'd think, look at this huge pile of sticks, I'm never going to run out. What are you even complaining about? You've got unlimited resources. The minute you start building stuff, you use up a lot of these quickly. I mean, I still have, as I said before, a roof that I want to put on my... Not a full roof, it's sort of a trim edge on the top of the observation deck. That is going to take a lot of wood, and that... where I was going with that sentence. It's actually surprising how quickly you burn through it, as you can see in some of my older streams. I didn't want to grab that, but that's okay. Another one of these. Yeah, alright. I think that's just fuel, right? Yeah, that's my fuel store. I've also started bringing back entire logs. There aren't very many things I need that required entire logs, but these are sort of a poor man's stacking because each of those represents 4 of the sticks. So drop a whole pile of those. I am now going to have to go to... I can't remember where I stored the flare guns, but they're in one of these. Yeah, there we are. So, yeah, I should probably start consolidating these, given that the capacity for the crates has gone up. Right. Don't have much more to pull out of these. Alright. I think steel over here. No, that's my wood store. Corrugated steel is here. Here I am saying I'm going to consolidate them. I'm just spreading stuff out again, but whatever. Yeah, I actually used quite a few planks for... What did I build? Oh, you know what? While I'm here... what does it actually take to build... those are foundations. That's not really what I'm after. That's the roof caps. Yeah, not what I'm really after. Crafting, consumables. Where is it? Where is... So, yeah, the container shell. So I need 3 each. So if I built another 2 racks, I think I would be in really good shape. So I'm going to grab 6. I'm going to grab 6 wood. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. I'll need the hammer again. I'm going to unload the rock and the cloth. Rocks. Rock pile is here. Yes. fine. There's my cloth stash. Go and grab my hammer again from that guy. And as you can see, I do have a sort of organizational structure to all of this, but it's also starting to get a little bit messy. So if I consolidate these into fewer bricks, I could actually get rid of some of these crates, because I just don't need this many crates. I have that entire huge wall of crates right there in front of me, completely empty. Nothing in any of them. I did not know you could salvage crates for planks, though, and seeing as I don't want to build planks when I can salvage them because they take up a lot of wood, I can start building more things out of planks. Ooh, yes! A storm. I mean, not great that there's a storm, but I'm not yet going anywhere, and it helps water the crops. That is actually anchored good. All right, here we go. We're going to put another container shelf. Now, I think what I want to do is I want to put a couple here and here, and the reason why is that forms sort of a nook into which I can tuck a barrel or two so that they don't slide backward off the ship. I really wish I could rotate these. I don't think I can. Q is to rotate, so yeah, you can see I can flip it back and forth, but that's it. What I'd like to do is actually turn it 90 degrees, but they only build on aligned sections. I kind of find that a bit of a shame. Anyway, so the question is, do I build one out here, or just to sort of complete the lines, or do I add this little nook? I think as a practical point, it's going to be annoying to get to this back one here quickly a little bit, but I do like the idea of being able to tuck barrels up against this. I don't want to put one here because then it blocks that alleyway. Again, more is the pity, but yeah, alright, we're going to build one there. We're going to do the same thing over here. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright. I am going to want to bring some of those empties back, though, now that I've done that. Alright. I kind of wish I hadn't put so much water into my crops now, but, I mean, this is good, because it'll keep them well watered. Oh, actually, I should go... We're going to get more fruit sooner or later. I should probably just eat the fruit that I had back there. So that's an interesting point there, too. I could reduce my water consumption from the stills by having more fruit trees. So that might be the next crop that I build up, like add to that crop. Because then I can just take a small, a fairly sizable stack of those. The downside is that they do decay, though. But I could use it on my outbound journey and while I'm here. Right now there's not enough fruit growing fast enough. And while I still have to use water for the trees instead of water for me, and arguably a lot more water for the effort, occasionally you get water from the sky, which just automatically, does the work for me. So I still think it's a net win to have a decent number of fruit trees. See, I do need to drink now, though. Make sure I'm fully watered, and I'll even food myself. Not eat the bad food. I gotta get rid of that as soon as I can. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, getting rid of the leather strips. So much leather strips. Not leather strips, leather, these things. have a weird sense of wanting to use all the crates I can. I'll clean this up later. That was a lot of cleanup. Alright. I gotta consolidate some of these and clean up this beach. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this when I don't have to? This is a very legitimate question. I've already finished the game. Because I kind of find it relaxing. There's I have a peculiar relationship with survival craft games. I mean, I love the heck out of Don't Starve Together. This is a fun co-op game. It's a little bit madcap. You can start from scratch and get to a pretty decent campsite in an evening, and over a course of like several evenings of play with friends, you can build up something sizable, and then it all comes burning down when just something goes pear-shaped and the whole camp catches on fire. I love Don't Starve Together. I played a little bit of the single player Don't Starve, and it was okay. I got to the end of it once, very very carefully managing my save files because I just it was a little too roguelike for me. But it was a lot of fun. Like I enjoyed it, but I haven't played the original Don't Starve in a while, and I still play Don't Starve Together and love the heck out of it. But I don't play a lot of other survival craft games. Raft would be another one. I absolutely adore Raft. I've done that on the stream before. I might go back and do that, like tomorrow maybe, because I've got some unfinished business there too. But I'm kind of hit and miss on other survival craft games. They get very very samey. It takes something a little bit special to drag me in and hold my attention for a while. Like I really appreciate at long last what they did for No Man's Sky. Like it seems like it's it had a real rocky start, as I'm sure everyone knows. But it seems to be a pretty workable, serviceable survival craft game at the end of it. But I played it for a couple of days and then put it down. It's not unique enough for me to really dig myself into, at least not at the scale that I am. Maybe once I get out in space and there's more story. I should give it more of a chance because I think more stuff happens. I would expect more stuff happens once you are much more fluidly able to move around the solar system and so on. A better example, while I'm sitting here rambling, what am I going to do? I got to figure out what I'm doing so I'm not boring everybody with words. I'm also boring people with content. Anyway, it is night. What am I going to need? I'm going to need to pick up some of these boxes because I want to carry some empty boxes just for loose materials on the ship. In fact, I'll restore all of those. I am really full up on stuff, but I don't want to leave in the middle of the night, and it's quite a ways until morning. So what I'm going to do... hey, look, we got our smoked crab meat. You know what? I'll take that on board ship. Right. Save the game. And sleep. The closest comparison to this game that I think of something that I should give more of a chance to, but I just ran into the whole survival grind. There's a... That's kind of the point of survival. What am I doing here anyway? Right? Like, this is more or less what I'm doing here. I find... anyway, Subnautica. Looks like a fabulous game, and I have played, a few hours of that, quite a few hours to get to the point where I'm at least maneuvering around the area, and when a certain explosive event happens early on in the game, I've gotten past that. But it is extremely grindy to work up the tech tree in a way that doesn't always appeal to me. I don't know why I find this one, though, cathartic. Tropical setting, maybe? I don't know. Let's get some of these boxes back in the racks. Whoops. Alright. Yeah, so those three are okay. I got lots of space. I guess I've kind of lopsided it, but that's the thing. These don't effectively weigh anything when they're attached in this mode, which I find a little goofy. Oh, hey, we can just head right out. Alright. Also put this lantern on a stick, because I found that I can. And there aren't very many things I know that you can attach to a craft that are like this. Things that can both be attached to land stuff and the raft, but this happens to be one of them. All right, so I'm wanting to go. So let me get my bearings. I said the northwest side earlier on. What the heck was I talking about? When we were looking at the cartographer's map, I said I was going to the northwest and pointed at the northeast side of my map. I realize that now. So I want to go northeast. Do I want to go northeast? Yes, I do. Which actually means I want to head that way. So I need to really haul this boat around if I'm going to go to the northeast. Really? What way am I facing now, strictly speaking? I'm facing west now. Boy, I haven't played this in so long. I've sort of... I guess you could say I've sort of lost my mental bearings on where everything is. Because I used to know where a lot of the things were on this map just because I'd been traveling around a fair bit. I did a lot of this by memory. Alright. How close are we now? No, we really have to keep on going. It's actually on the other side of that boat. Okay, I see. Alright. So we're just going to... Now you might be asking the perfectly sensible question, Codeweaver, why are you dragging the boat around? And the reason is this craft has gotten so large, with or without an engine, and especially when I'm not using the engine. Ow, shark. Don't like a shark. This thing has the turning radius of a small planetary orbit. It's appalling. And so if I have to do anything that even remotely resembles a sharpish U-turn, I literally have to get off the boat. So, like, for example, I'm turning to the left right now, and that is as fast as it turns. You can actually see the drift rate because the central hub marker stays fixed at the horizon, and the boat is turning under me, effectively, which makes no sense from a sort of sitting physics point of view. All right, there's a rock. That's great. Can I get off that rock, please? Apparently not. Ooh, I had the sail up when I was doing that. Or sail down. Or, you know what I mean. Oh, that was risky as all heck. I have lost ships. Okay, so now I'm actually... No, now I've got to... Hang on. Getting caught on that rock turned me somewhat sharpish, so I've got to... I literally have to do this to turn any decent amount. Because trying to do it by actual steering is just crazy town in this thing now. But I really love my big craft, so I'm not giving it up just to get more maneuverable. If I use the gas engines, it would be a little bit better, but not by much. I like using the sails, to be honest. Fuel is annoying to generate, and I always have wind. Alright, so now begins the process that will inevitably screw me over. I have to go around this, because I should be heading roughly northeast at this point, so let's just check that. Yeah, so I'm going a little bit more north than normal, but I was a little bit south of my island, and I was a little bit east of my island, so it makes sense that this is a little bit more northeast than it actually is on the map. So that's the problem, is that you can eyeball from island to island which direction to go, but if you're between islands, like you pushed off from shore and started to move, you are almost certainly not on the line that you intended to be on, because you don't just go directly on the map from the center of the island to the center of the island, right? So taking into account the amount that you're offset from your own island, or the island that you last visited, or even offset as I sail by this thing, you have to take that into account. Because, like, if you were sailing on a map like 100 times as large with the distance 100 times as large, the difference in direction you would have to head in that case would be far smaller. But because everything's so compact here, just being this far away from the island changes the line to the next one. And I have gotten lost and screwed up and chosen the wrong island to head to because of that. Yeah. Oh, hello. I gotta be real careful about that little tiny nub of ship that's sticking up. But I should be able to sail through the middle here if I'm careful. Yeah, you can see the mast there. I guess that's what a radar, whatever that is. And the front of the ship just beyond it, and you get caught up on that. And I'm drifting, turning where I don't want to. Okay, so I'm really hugged up against this island, so hopefully that means my line is pretty good to the next one, because I'm heading on a chain of northeast passages. And so due northeast, which you can just see in front of me, should be another island. Well, it's not due northeast. See, my lines aren't quite where I think they are, because northeast is that way, but the island I think that's relevant is this one. Sometimes I wonder if the map isn't completely accurate. Even though it's the one that actually sort of generated this. Oh well. Pretty sure that's the island I want to go around. So as I cross the open water between the islands, I see obviously a fairly robust one right there. So let's get a bearing on that. So that is actually due east. And so looking at my map, I really should find a way to show you guys the map, to show you what I'm thinking as I go. I wonder if I can pop that over. Not this session, I think, unless I need to take a break. But I should have it in a separate window that I can somehow easily switch over to. Is there anyone on the Twitch stream? Because that would be useful to know. Twitch stream still seems to be up. Oh, I have another viewer. Isn't that nice? Or had one at one point. Hey, come say hi if you like. Don't worry about it if you don't want to. I'm just cathartically swimming with the sharks, so to speak. Okay, so I'm starting to pass this island to the northeast. Now, the question is, where is the next island? And as you can see, there's one that's over here, and there's one that's over here, and there's one that I'm passing by on this side. So I have to be very, very careful here, or I'm going to get interminably lost. So I crossed that one, I think it's the one that I want to head to at the moment is the one that is more northwest. Sorry, northeast. So I think it's this one that I want to head to. Ooh, look at that. I'm just skimming the edge of this island. Really easy to get caught up in these rocks, and that causes all sorts of inconvenience. Because the other island is way more north, and that would put it there, and that one's the one that's to the northeast. So I'm pretty sure that what I want to do is I want to head to the one that I'm aiming for here, and then I want to cut dead north to get to the next island that I want to establish a beachhead on, as it were. All right. Well, let's keep going. Oh, nope, don't want to grab that. I want to grab this. Yeah. Oh, Sharky. You know what I should do? Now that I think about it, I actually have a spear gun and a load of spears for the spear gun because I went and battled the big bad evils. Because, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, I've technically already finished the game in terms of its sort of canonical ending. I'm just doing this because I'm enjoying exploring, and I needed a break from other games, and this just has a lot of peace to it. But point being is that I don't need that that gun to be sitting around at home. It should be on this craft because it's more likely that I'm going to want it when I'm out on the ocean like this than when I'm sitting around at home. Why did I not bring it with me? These are the questions that we ask. All right. So, sailing past this. Whew. All right. Sailing past this, if I kept this, I'm already on a slightly northern bend, but north is that way. I am passing by something to the northwest on my map, so that's that island, which I don't know if I've been to yet. The one I want, I think, is it that one? Because the alternative is there, and I think it's that one that I want to go to first. Because I want to stop there and I want to do some swimming. I've already collected a lot of resources from this island because I've already been there once. I already have a beachhead there, actually. I want to actually do the sort of crate collection sort of option here. So, all right, let's do leaving the island behind. Turning ever so slowly in this ultra pig of a boat. Alright. With any luck, we will find... Oh, you know what I should do? Let's make sure I grab my food. Oh, it's spoiled already. That's just sad. But this is a good opportunity to note that I also have the spoiled meat. So let's just do this. Bye. That's smoked crab meat, so that's still good. I might have tossed one of my smoked crab meat overboard, which is a bit unfortunate. Ooh, I am not good in the water department. That's a thing. Okay. Oh no. I do not have enough water in that container. I know I have water in the other container, but that means, there we go. Oh, I didn't have much of that either. Well, I have been a foolish person. Oh, I'm also drifting the wrong way. I want to come up. I eventually want to head north from this island, I think, and get to that next island, but we'll see. I did not bring along water supplies. How am I going to fix that? Coconuts, I mean. I can make that work. It's just not that fun. Alright, well. Yeah. Yeah, there's some big-ish ships off this island that I don't think that I've explored. Yeah, there's my campsite. So I'm going to come up to this, turning into this sideways so that it's a little bit easier for me to escape from here when I need to leave. I'm going to actually sidle up to this little land spit here. Oh, and there's a rock in the way. That's fine. That's as good a place as any to let this go. So, oh, just got to be careful of that. All right. All right. Let's start looking for resources. Obviously, I left a few resources here that I didn't need to last time. Apparently getting a frog in my throat here. That's less good. Oh, yeah. So I have not pulled off the resources, the box resources, or many of them anyway, from this island. It's time I did that. Crate resources, you know what I meant. See if we can get a bearing on any bubbles or any disturbances that might contain more resources. Definitely Obviously, that one's a dead giveaway. I'll be going and grabbing stuff from there pretty quick. But it's trying to spot the ones that are just barely submerged. There don't appear to be a lot here. There is one there, though. Okay. So I think I thought that that ship was a part of this island, and it's not. So I kind of want to... that's interesting. All right. Lots of containers. That's a food container. Do I got food to drop off? Yes. We've got actual containers. There we go. All right. Let's start dropping off stuff. Cool. More gear. More gear is not bad gear. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Okay, so I did that one. All right, let's how do I want to do this so that I don't potentially die from shark? I do kind of want to be... kind of feel like there's more out at the edge of this island. Oh, look, clay. That could be... I already got supplies of that, though. I don't have my pickaxe with me. I should actually put... because, again, because I now have... I think that's the shelf. Yeah, that's the shelf. Really wish I'd brought my spear gun. And a giant mug of coffee. A giant mug of coffee would not have hurt. That is interesting. What direction is that? That is, like, those really distant stuff is off to the northwest from here. Looking on my map, assuming that I am where I think I am. That's interesting. I don't think there's anything... I think the end of the world, the world boundary is out that way, so that may be the next one along the edge. And that's got a really sizable ship I know that I have not visited, so... that may be our next target. And the sun is going down, which means I don't have a whole lot of time to investigate this ship. Let's see if I can make it happen. It's not one of the biggest ones, but it does have materials. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright, got some cloth. That doesn't suck. Ooh, another lamp. I am totally in favor of that. Alright. Let's get up and over. Come on. Let's get up and over. Thank you. Go around the outside of this, see if there's anything of interest sort of beneath the waves. I don't think there is. I don't think the ship is that big. So that's fine. That's probably all we're getting from that craft. Alright. We are definitely going to have problems in the water department. I should be able to make do with coconuts. especially if I slowly consume these over the course of the evening. But I probably, because the coconuts don't grow back all that quickly, probably not going to be able to rely on this on that trick on this island again. I don't really need to bring any of these fronds back with me necessarily. Actually, you know what I should do? Let's quickly consume one of these now, because why am I waiting? Oh, come on. Because in order to make this work, you have to space out your eating of the coconuts, and the reason for that is because otherwise it'll make you ill. If you consume the liquids and the meat of the coconut too quickly, like too much of it too quickly, you'll make yourself ill, and that's fine. And it only takes a couple of minutes to sort of get past that, like where it's safe again to consume. But you do have to pace yourself, and if I want to get the most out of the liquid that I'm getting out of these things, I want to use as many coconuts as I can while I'm here. Or to get my water up for getting through the night. Don't really want to go to the trouble of trying to build a water still while I'm here. That just seems troublesome. I'm going to err on the side of not cutting down all the ficus trees. I started to get a little bit ambitious about collecting wood back at my base. As you can see, I just don't want to denude the islands. I've always been a little bit sensitive to that, and a lot of the stuff doesn't grow back, so I take a little bit from each island, and I think that I've already taken some from this island, and I don't need the wood right now. I will do that on the next island. Actually, this is an interesting point. Can I safely get to the next island in the middle of the night? Because that would give me something to do instead of just resting through the night. It would enable me to consume liquid while it's cool. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I've just saved, so let's see if we can do this without me completely colossally screwing it up. Actually, I gotta put some stuff away first. So that's food, that's rock. Did I pick up any other rock? No. I know I had metal in one of these, so let's start stacking this stuff in a sensible way. Yep, so that and that can go in here. I don't have a place for a gas can. I guess I do. I have a place right there, and in fact we're going to dump the, can't dump that in there. I can dump one of these on the top shelf. I can take this out to restack it. The other one I can put the lamp in here and a couple of these guys. There we go, we got some semi-efficient stacking. Why is my sail up? Well, it's gonna have to be up in a minute anyway. But, oh, damn. Ah, come on, really? There we go. Alright, one more save. And let's see if we can get to the next island. Oh. I have to find a way to keep my laptop from going to sleep. Alright, let's see if that works. That might work. Alright. Alright. Once again, save. Let's see if we can head out. I think it was just crabs. I'm hoping it was just little land crabs. Or seashore crabs. Okay, so what I really want to do is I think go as north as I can, which is to come around there and head over there. So I gotta come right around the island and then take a really sharpish turn. So let's retrieve the anchor. We're not going to take the sail up just yet. I'm going to see if I can just drag this around to the edge of the island. With effort. Alright. Before I go any further, let's get my bearings again. That is super hard to see, but I think there's an island right in front of me. That is off to the northwest. But I thought the one I wanted was off to the north of this island. So let me quickly... So if I'm on the island that I think I am... Yeah, I guess it is off to the northwest because it's not due north because that'll take me into the wall. So, okay, well, let's. We've got a save game, so if this all goes south, haha, my northwest, not south, but bump. All right. Safety measure once again. Save just before I leave in case I have to restore this because it is entirely possible that I bollocks this up completely. Right. Alright, up and on the boat. Boy, that is super hard to see. No, it is not just the stream. That is like super, super ridiculously hard to see. And actually, I'm not heading for the island proper. I'm heading for the boat that was on the side of it that we saw. So I need to adjust this just a hair. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. While we're doing that... Okay, quick little stop so that my coconut doesn't roll away. Let's see if we can consume another one of these because we are in a situation where I have to be pretty diligent about consuming, and not so much the eating, but consuming this as fast as I can without making myself ill. Really wish I'd brought more water. That was... I thought I had everything full. I was wrong. The observant will also know that I have some tutorial text up in the upper left-hand corner, and the reason for that is because that big update happened. When the new update to the game loaded my old saved game, it apparently reset my my tutorial thing, so I'll have to clean that up as time permits. It's actually kind of fortuitous that I was considering doing another water still. Or, another couple of them anyway, because of the whole farming thing. So that works out okay. Pretty sure that last island that I was on, though, might have had more stuff underwater. Oh well. Ooh, I can see the buoys from here. Alright. Come on, tuck into the island here. That'll do. Let's lower this now. Okay, I need to set up my stuff. But what that means in practical terms here is I need to find out where did I place that rope, because it would save me a little bit of time if I didn't have to. Maybe or the fibrous leaves. That's what I've got, and I've got enough in fact for a rope. I'm going to need some rocks in order to be able to build a campfire. Cloth is nice. More rock. Lots more rock. This is a big-ish island. I don't mind that. See if I can collect enough loose sticks to make a campfire without having to chop down a tree. But I'm not going to be able to build the... I'm going to have to chop down a tree anyway, because I'm not going to be able to build the... come on, brain. Brain has the dumb. The shelter without having the palm fronds. So let's find ourselves a relatively large palm tree that is sort of not going to be missed to the aesthetic of the island. I think I can get away with this one. And before I do that, let's just pop up and see if there's any... Okay, if there are coconuts on this, I can't see them. Here's a trick. Developers, if you get a chance, it'd be nice to be able to get up on one of these trees and like rotate around it while you're on the tree. Always been a bit of a pet peeve of mine. Alright. I'm just going to grab this and just pull it out on the ocean here, and actually I'm going to drag the whole tree back so that I can do most of this work when it's kind of hard to see, ain't it? It's on the beach here, a little bit easier to see what's going on. Alright, so there's the palm fronds we're going to need. What do I actually need in total to build the shelter? I haven't done it in a while. Oh, I gotta make the rope. That's right. So rope. Okay. Got too much stuff in my hands here. Just drop the cloth for the moment. I don't need that. Let's drop another coconut. See if we can't. No, you know what? Let's build the shelter first. Why can I not build it? Because I didn't actually make the rope because I got stalled because of inventory issues. That's right. So I can build the shelter. Now, from where I am, where would I like to point myself back to? Probably back to that island there, right? So if I got northwest to get here, it's southeast, actually, in order to get back. Which means that island is just barely visible there. I like to try to face my, huts so that they come... so that they're like my little stick arrows, that they point back the way that I came from, just so that I can recognize if I'm arriving at an island from an unexpected direction at a reasonable distance. It's just a very loose approximation, but all right, shelter. All right, there we go. That's not bad. And now I need to build a fire. So there's my fire. And now I need to build the permanent fire, the rock fire. So there's that. And now I just need kindling, but I don't have enough sticks for that. I don't want to break up this if I don't have to for sticks, because I'd like to transport that back as logs. So let's go on a little bit of another resource hunt here. think I will be. There's another coconut. Let's just pick that up. That's probably from the tree I felled. It would be nice to find a couple more sticks. What do I have? Probably need, what, 2 sticks for the kindling? Never really going to run out of rocks in any practical sense. I have to be playing this game for like years. Alright, let's save this because what I want to do is I want to drink another coconut. And eat another coconut. Interestingly, no snakes or boars on this island, which has made life easier. Is a little odd. Alright, let's we can take down the ficus tree because that gives us gonna give us more than enough sticks, but it doesn't require me chopping up those logs. So there is in fact our kindling. Alright. I don't plan necessarily on lighting that unless I absolutely need to, but I just like having my little getaways. Up to standards. So 1, 2. Alright. I'm going to start putting some of this stuff away. Right. Rock can go in here. This can be sticks and logs. This can be fibrous leaves. I already had metal over here somewhere, so that can be that. Alright, alright. We're doing okay here. Grab a log, grab a log, grab a palm frond. Grab cloth. Let's put those away too. We're going to put sticks there. There's my sticks. Did I actually have palm fronds anywhere in here? No. I'm trying to make sure, are there any other, yeah, there is one overlap here, so we're going to grab that, put it down here, cloth and fronds there, I suppose. Let's see if I can get away with another coconut. Yeah, I got away with it. Okay, that's fine. I am going to check my water supply. It's halfway. It's not bad. It's not fantastic though. What I should actually, if I wanted to really do this right, what I really should do is just say, to heck with it. Let's actually build a water still at key places in the area, across the map, so that I have them as stations, because they don't cost that much to make, and it would be nice to have like I guess you just say refresh stations. I mean, transport between the islands still takes time. It's a bit of a headache in that sense, but So it's not like I could just rush out and get a glass of water. It would still take effort, but it would take less effort than going to another, or sorry, then picking coconuts and carefully consuming them at a safe rate. All right, all right. What do we got on me? I've got too many things on me for the activity of. I have a pathological need to collect fibrous leaves. I don't know why. I guess largely because now I realize that I can use them as fuel. I need more of them, and I keep thinking, as long as I'm here, why don't I just grab a few of these, take them home, you know, add to the supply that I've already got. Is enabling me to spend a few moments while the sun comes up. Do another yucca tree. But of course I have these yucca trees planted back home, so I really don't have any need to do this other than to be pedantic, so I can't stop myself. Alright, that's enough of that. So the sun's come up enough that now I can probably safely dive. You know, one of the things that I have also never done is I've never used sort of, I think there's like a rebreather that you can build or something. Or some of those magic coconut potions that allow you to breathe for long lengths underwater. I've never actually resorted to using those, and I should, because it would make my life a lot easier. So there's that. There's my stone collection. Save the game, eat one more coconut if I can get away with it, and then I'm going to go diving in those wrecks. I'm going to try to get all of the goodies off of this island, and I'm effectively going to have to call that a run, because I don't like being out here without a full freshwater supply. I might still be eating the coconut anyway, even if I had the water jugs, but I have no safety net, and that just makes me every kind of nervous. Because I'm not just a 1 island hop away from home. I'm like a 4 or 5 island hop away from home. That's kind of nerve-wracking, if I'm honest. Alright, let's see what we can salvage off this wreck. Yeah. More places that stuff hides than you might think. Gotta be a little bit careful. This is gonna be a big ship. Alright. I'm not going to go underwater just yet. Just scrounge the surface here. Not seeing any really obvious and easy to access boxes. Broken door. Alright, going in. Checking in behind barrels that I can't move, but a lot of containers. Ooh, that contains some goodies. Alright, I'm going to stay on this floor for the moment. Alright. See, I need... It's going to take a while to get stuff out of because I don't have enough. I should have brought boxes for collecting loose stuff. I can't open that door. Dang. Okay. Come on. Let me loose. Yeah, there's definitely some buoys there. That's going to be interesting. I can store those in boxes, I think. It's the barrels and the tires that are the pain in the neck. Okay, so let's get a little more organized here. I'm going to put mechanical bits in their own box. Where did I put? I had cloth in one of these. Yeah, cloth here. So cloth is going in there. In this bottom crate, I'm going to start putting. It's not what I wanted to put in there. Take the spam out. Well, here's the thing, though. I have not. I don't tend to use these either, but this seems like a good opportunity to use it. And the reason why I say that is because it actually restores water as well. Look at that, right? So not an efficient use from the food point of view, but now I'm no longer super worried about the food stores. So that's kind of breaking my own rule. I don't like using the. I'll put tools in here, I guess. Where was that light? Take the light and move it down here too. I don't like using the canned spam. I don't know why. I suppose it's because it's not a renewable resource, but I do have a small army of them back home, so I'm not really in any serious danger that way. All right, let's head out to the ship. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's about noon. All right, so what am I gonna do? My plan is to continue doing this. That's gonna be careful. I'm going to keep diving on this ship. I'm going to deal with this island as completely as I can. I don't want to go down, and that's blocked anyway. I want to go up, actually. But not up there. I want to go... Where am I going? I'm going this way. I went through here and I was unable to get all the stuff out of here. Oh, hey, more air tanks. That could help. I could actually probably build one of those rebreathers or the scuba whatever and see how well it works. I think that's a thing I can do. That goes downstairs. I'm not doing below decks just yet. Wow. Wouldn't mind finding a box though, you think? Yeah, because that's now a problem. I should just bring a box with me. Alright, stop being a dum-dum. Bring one box with me, because that'll give me quite a few slots for using up only one in my personally held inventory. I will collect more boxes when I'm down there, though. I'm sure there's a few. Like right here. Which has rope and wood. Okay. Let's start putting wood in there. And maybe container scrap too. Yeah. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get a fairly nice haul out of this, I think. Can't fit the air container in there. Sure, it can go in here. Why not? Where did I have? Oh, there's rope. Incidentally, let's grab the rope out of there because I know I have another. Yeah, there it is. Store rope in there. Pull that engine piece out of there. else do I have on me? I don't have anything else on me, but I am going to bring... Do I have a completely empty container? I don't, but if I move this down to here... Is that an empty one? Let's just make sure. Yes. All right. So now I have somewhere to store some of the stuff that I pick up, which will make it a little bit easier. I got a 5-to-1 ratio on carrying on different types of items. I am sooner or later going to have to go get coffee. A man cannot subsist on water and rice alone, as it were. I realize the irony in that statement. But I do like my coffee. And my pizza does not resemble rice in any way. Alright. Let's... Where did I... Oh, there's a lot of buoys here. Did I completely clean this out? No, this is where I left off, so that's good. So then coming around here, I think that's everything on this floor. Let's go up a floor. That leads nicely outside where there's more buoys. Huzzah! I'm gonna be completely chock full of buoys by the end of this. There's nothing up here. Sure, let's start dealing with this. If I'm not miscounting this, I'm going to end up with getting 20 buoys out of this little expedition here. Buoy balls. Which does not suck. Let us drop the corrugated scrap, the leather straps, and the crude. I can't fit the crude fishing spear in there, so we're already sort of at the limits of our capacity here, which is hilarious. Second. I don't have any more room to put the buoy balls in here either. So I can't collect those. So let's take a quick trip down to scout out what's going on here. There's another box. Let's just get that wholesale. Can I not get that? Well, okay, now I'm running out of air. Yeah, there it is. I can grab that. Okay. That's as good as I'm going to be able to do this run. Now, to get back in here when I get back, where am I entering? I'm entering at the bow of the ship. Yeah, alright. Oh, and there's Mr. Sharky Shark. Cannot move faster. Can't imagine why, since I'm bringing along a small fleet of parts. This is actually really nice, though, that the with the ship having these slots for the crates and the crates holding more items, it means that I can be a little bit more efficient with collecting items, and I don't think it detracts. I don't think it would detract from the play of the game. It used to be you had to make many trips to an island, and for the distant islands, that could become really onerous. All right, so let's take a boo at what we got here. So I can compact this a little bit because I can bring that out, bring those out, and that out. Back into here, I can drop this. Back into here, I can drop these. I know I had another gun in here somewhere, I think, anyway. The tools box? There it is. Right. Don't know where rope might exist. Drop you in there. Might have another spear in one of these. Hang on a second. I have spam. I can grab that spam and I can put it over in the food stores section. There's rope. Did I have extra rope? Yes, I did, so that's fine. And there is the other place for the spear. Actually, I can pull these three things out. I can hold on to the compass because that can stack with the one that I'm currently holding anyway, that I always have being held. Right, and then back over here and drop that in. And now let's look for, I want to bring another empty one with me. So did I leave myself with an empty box anywhere in this mess? Crate, you know what I mean. Yes, there's this one. And if I take this out and bring it over to the tools section, do I have enough room in here? No. Okay, I can just live in here for the moment. Oops. So that means I think that that one is also freed up. So let's grab that. Pick up the coconut. Sadly, no lime. All right, let's get back into the ship, trying to enter again from the bow. Right. So I was going to do this, basically. And ball number 5 would be where? Get caught on something, or did it? Oh, there it is. Oh, so happy about being right next to the shark, though. Okay, so now that I have that, let me... Is there anywhere that I can quickly... Quickly is a relative term, but there is an upstairs. So let's just take a quick little breather and get all this crap sorted out. So we're going to dump into here all that. It's more or less just become our buoy ball crate. was a weird jump, but... And now we've got this problem, which is that I can't see diddly squat. So this is super dangerous. And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say we can survive one more night out here. Or one more day out here, anyway. You know what I mean. Oh, come on. Don't want to get eaten. Don't want to get bit, because that's a pain in the butt. How are we doing? We are not doing terribly. I will eat another coconut before going to bed. I do have another can of Spam I can use. So... I actually didn't collect all that much here, but I do have basically one full box of buoys, and that's this one. So we're going to take this, and we're going to attach it. My god. We're almost at the point where we don't have any slots left. What do we have yet? No, we have 3 slots on that side, but we have collected and one more here. So we're actually not doing too badly. So I'm going to grab that. I can't really drag another empty out of that. Like, I can't really compress it that much further without being... it doesn't really matter, though, anyway. And the reason why I say that is because I'm pretty sure that we're just going to find... grab a couple of coconuts while I'm here. I have 1 or 2 of them available for the morning. Alright, that should be enough. This is going to be quite the haul. Okay, let's sleep till morning. Yeah, I'm more and more glad that the game has afforded me better large-scale transport options. Because transporting all of that by way of 3 or 4 trips, sailing trips, would have been a mite onerous. And I know this because that's more or less what I had to do to the closer islands when I first started this game, when I did not have a craft quite that crazy big. Oh yeah, I can actually, I woke up so I can actually do this again. Anything else I really want to grab off this island? Just the underwater crates and the buoys. And oh, look at that. There's another thing that's right out there. You know what? Let's make a pass around the island. Because we can spot those bubbling things a lot easier in the dark for whatever reason. If the moonlight hits it in just the right way. I mean, that might be the only one. fact does look like it. Yeah, right there. Well, let's go see what it is. That was sort of straight out here somewhere. I mean, there's clay. It might have been an indicator of the clay. Oh, swimming out here blindly always is just a little bit unsettling. Especially when there's a shark right nearby. Wow, this has got quite the sort of long tapering shelf. Oh, and that's where I got poisoned. All right, so I am at this point not about cheesing it and basically backing out, because now what I can do is I can take the opportunity to show the cartographer's map, and let's just see if I'm at the island I think I'm at. Let's go to the cartographer. So I have gotten to. This was my home island. It's the one right next door to the big red bad. So I came up here, and the first island I went to was here, and that is in fact the island that I think I'm at. So that's actually good. Now the question is, can I actually get home in a sensible way? And I think what I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to go. I haven't been to this island, but I'm going to go from here. I'll end up going southwest to get to here, and then there's this big open water area where I can be reasonably certain I'm sort of following this channel down to home. Because I'd rather err on the side of coming in from the north of my island than, as I say, I keep seeming to somehow err on getting too south of my island, no matter whether I'm coming from the east or the west. I don't know why that is. So let's hit play again and go right back in there, because we're not leaving until we get the rest of the crates out of the bottom of this boat. Alright, come on. Unlock me. You. Yeah, I can only imagine that was the clay that was bubbling. Interesting. Alright, well, whatever. We're going to get right back on this boat. Hopefully we can find boxes. Got a million bits of loose gear. Good loose gear. No complaints. Alright, so we're at the bow. Let's get some good fresh air, lungful of fresh air. Alright, down we go. Now we got the two that were on the shelf here. So let's poke around a little deeper. Can we open this door? We can. Is there another door on this side? There is, but it's blocked. Okay, so our only entrance is on this side. Can we go up safely? Yes. Okay, so we're going to come in from this direction now because we're going to get another lung full of air. Alright, so going back down. That's where I came in from. That's a side room where there's a container we can open and check. Look at that, we got another lantern. We're going to have our place so well lit with solar lanterns, it will beg your belief. Okay, quickly go up and get another lung full of air. Come on. Jeez, if we're quick enough about this, we could actually leave today. Can we not get in here? Oh, I guess we can. Okay, so there's barrels that we can pull out of here, but we are going to run out of air unless we can find a way out. There is a way out, but I got poisoned on the way by. Well, that's just rude. Alright. Well, it's not like you're going to hurt me again as such. So let's just get under there. I am never getting all those barrels out of here. It's just like I can get these crates out, but sneaking those barrels through the bowels of the ship. It's a lot of crates. Holy crap! That's actually it. And there's more. Can I pull that out? Yes. Okay, let's just book it out of here and get topside. Okay, so the problem here is I got a million infinity barrels down there, and I don't immediately need barrels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on my map that I've got an extra supply of barrels, should I need them, awaiting me here. I like transporting all this stuff back to my main island, but that's too much because it's a little too hard to get into that section of the ship. And I think what I'm going to have to do to make that salvage operation plausible. Now I know I probably don't have enough racks for these things. Anyway, I'm gonna have to build my next task, I think, in this little adventure. 1, 2, 3. Anywhere else that I haven't got a box? All right. Yeah, that's it. I gotta. I'm gonna have to build something that helps me breathe. Then I might be able to get those barrels out of there if I want to go that far. Am I that crazy? Yes, I am. But I also have time constraints on the rest of my life. So, also, I want to do a little bit more Mass Effect Legendary. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to do that this afternoon. But I desperately need to get myself some actual coffee and or other forms of caffeine in my system forthwith. Okay. So, right. I am running out of space. I legitimately didn't think I'd have this many boxes pulled out of here. I may have to come back here a second time anyway. So, just in case there's a couple extra lingering boxes down there. There might be one in a corner somewhere. Because I don't think I got to all the doors under there. But that also means that I can look into what it will take to make it easier for me to breathe. If I can bring a small supply of that kind of thing, then I can work at pulling those barrels out of there. And that itself is a problem, because I think I counted 9 barrels, at least 6, possibly 9 barrels. I can probably only take 2 of them, maybe 4 of them at a time home if I'm lucky. And that's again because the buoyancy rules in this program are kind of not very good. Like really on something with this much flotation, I should be able to drive a small SUV on here and have a float. And the fact that a single crate just resting on the corner here causes the whole thing to tip forward is just bananas. Especially because when you attach it this way, it doesn't have any effect on the ship at all. To me, I think it would be better if they, come at a solution that was halfway in between those. But that's nitpicking a bit because I have all of these shelves. There's just no way to sort of latch down. Hang on, what have I got here? Wood to latch down barrels and like you have to transport them very slowly, and that's just it's a nuisance. I don't mind researching tech trees to get like tie down straps as a tech. You know. I did have lights in here at some point. Is it in tools? Might have been. There it is. How many of those do I have now? I got 2 lanterns from this trip. That's not half bad. That is not half bad. Okay, so oh, look at that. Okay, so hang on. Let's get the splashy stuff going around here. We do have to come back here because check that out. There's something out there, which might just be the clay, and there's something out there as well. Oh, can I get down there without getting eaten? Don't know if I can really afford to. All right. Curiosity killed the cat. Straight that way. No, it's another whole ship. Oh my. Really, buddy? Oh, and we got more barrels. And a crate, good God. Come on, what the hell? Come on. I don't know what's going on there with the geo. That was just plain weird. And another crate. And tires. Yeah, I'm not transporting all this stuff back, but I may have to come back for the crates alone, because holy crap. Okay. That's weird. I think it's not letting me through because the ship's so tilted. It means that I can't really get to those far items. Like, I can't get into this room from either direction. Isn't that fascinating? Okay, well, oh wait, that's enough. It's enough. Okay, too much stuff. I've just got too much stuff. So this is where I'm going to save the game and just make a run for home and just drop everything off. In fact, I may just save the game and not subject everyone to me reorganizing my crates with all this goofy amount of material on it. I remember back in the day, in the early era of this game, it used to be that the way you got your initial water was with buckets, and you'd have buckets you just leave out in the rain, and you'd collect the rainwater. If you had enough buckets, you could actually make that last for quite a while. Here's my vote. Bring back the bucket. It's a transportable thing that you can like put out in order to collect material. Why not a bucket if you got all this other equipment? Why? I don't know. Maybe that made some aspects of the game too easy, but that will never fill up with anything, and I can't. And I'm short of building. Anyway, doesn't matter. Blah blah blah. Let's get on with this. Let's quickly munch on these. Save the game. Okay, we're gonna turn this guy around, and then we're gonna resave the game because this takes time and it's fraught with scary. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I'm poisoned, if everyone recalls. So that's not great. I think I actually want to go this way, if I'm not mistaken. How is my health? My health is not bad, but I am poisoned. Okay. So let's anchor for the moment. Let's figure out where we're going. I said I wanted to go. Consult the Book of Omens. I said that I wanted to go southwest, kind of west southwest, if I'm honest. No, let's call it southwest, and then keeping islands at my left, head south. And so southwest is that island, which I think corresponds to the one that I want to go past and around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to that one on its right, and then do a hard left around the island to go south. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's just do this thing. We got no time like the present. Oh, hello. Hold. Holy crap, that is a close island. I mean, I'm not going to it now. Sorry, moving along. I just, okay. Very easy to get turned around here, and I am, in fact, drifting the wrong way, so. Because this storm is kind of complicated. I could cut this shy. Maybe I'll try this. Actually, if I go between these islands, I might be able to turn in past this second island. Oh. Making changes to the course as I'm going, not brilliant if I'm honest. I might have actually been to that island before. And actually, one of the things I did not do back at the one that I just left, which is another reason to go there, is I didn't set up my little arrow markers pointing back the way I came. I guess I don't technically need that as strongly now that I'm working off the map, but it would be nice to have little arrow markers on all of the islands, so if I happen to land on an island, I can use my knowledge of which direction home is to help narrow down the island that I'm on the map in case I get lost. Okay, so if I'm coming around that one, God, I hope I'm not screwing this up. Wait, way off in the distance? Yes, so I know where I am. Way off in the distance, on the other side of the island, as I'm passing between these two, is in fact the aircraft carrier. One of the other landmarks. So I am going between the right pair of islands. And if that's southwest and that's south, oh, I see which pair of islands I went through. All right. See, now I haven't made I'm not in bad shape. I haven't made an uncorrectable mistake. But I thought that this island here, when I was sailing between these two, was actually that island on the map, the one that's just behind the boxes. Here. Yeah. Alright, so this is the open channel between the aircraft carrier and my home, that if you go all the way back to the beginning, or kind of towards the beginning of this video, and another time in the middle of this video where I showed you the map of my place, in principle, my home is just down here, and I just have to do a dead run south. Southwest. But anyway, let's go back to the center of the boat for a second. And if I stand here, do I have angular drift? I do. You can see it actually drifting ever so slightly to the left. I think that's because there's a prevailing southish wind somehow, and I don't know. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it home, and I'm going to call it there, I think, because unpacking all of this stuff is going to be boring. Like, more boring than this relatively mundane episode already. Like, this has been relaxing for me. I have enjoyed this. So I'm not saying it's making necessarily compelling Twitch streaming, but for me this is very relaxing. Going to a new island this distant, navigating there correctly, gathering stuff without dying, and making my way home. And doing so kind of relatively unscathed. Yeah, heading south now. I just want to make sure I don't drift. Get just a little bit of westishness in my southern bearing. One of the things we should be able to spot on here is one of the games, one of the special areas that marks sort of the big bad beastie. And if we can spot that, we know we're in good shape. Among the things I want to do back home on my home island, I want to add that trim roof, I think. I think I want to build I guess you could say a lighthouse tower, something tall enough that it's something that could be seen at a distance and distinguished from other rocks and islands. Like, I want to see how far up I can build. It's kind of, I think, an interesting challenge. And building a little lighthouse beacon would not be a bad sort of motivation, if you will, for doing that sort of thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, minor heart attack. Oh, so I fell off the boat because I thought I was steering and I wasn't. And the consequence of that... Oh, hello. Yeah, a whale is another marker on my island. And actually, that is the dead carcass of something. So I've actually come too far west. I have to cut in and go back east on a slightly southern bearing, because like home is probably dead ahead of me near the moon right now. Maybe even further east. So that was a good marker. I actually came too far out. Anyway, reason for panic. I thought I was steering and I wasn't. I pressed to the left or whatever. Yes, I guess I pressed to the left in order to steer my boat. I actually fell off the boat, and with my sail up, I can't really outswim it. It's really hard. I fell off on the side, so I was able to pick myself up again, but still. I don't know if that was the carcass. It might have just been the whale. This is going to be tricky. That's not my island, I don't think. So... Getting home is always a little bit tricky, especially in the dark. So what I want to do is I actually want to find an island, because all of the islands nearby to my island will have the little arrow markers on them, and I can use that to find my way home. Don't think that's my island. Well, there's an island there right by the moon, so I'm heading there to get my bearings, because in the dark it's really hard to see. One of the other problems is, I mean, I've got my island lit up like a Christmas tree. I got fires going, I've got lanterns all around the perimeter. But they don't show up at distance. Which is fine. I mean, draw distance and all that, but that's the one kind of like draw thing that I would appreciate that they extended, like at least one light. If you have one light on your island and it's visible from that side, make it visible as far as light normally would, because being able to set up a beacon like that is a major boon to being able to get around. It would just be a quality of life thing. So this is definitely not my island, but I'm close enough to it, to my place, that this should tell me where I need to go. Could be close, I just can't see it in the dark. Come on, get me in here. That looks like my... Is that my hut? It is. So chances are I am not only pretty close, but I'm pretty close. I need to actually turn back a bit. Yeah, so it's properly that island there that I just passed by. Really hard to see in the dark and it doesn't light up. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to save here. And we'll hop right back into the thing. How are we doing on supplies? We're not great. Let's just eat the can of Spam. Kind of feels like cheating to me, but I am poisoned, so... I don't know why I think that's cheating. I shouldn't. It's a perfectly legitimate resource. It's definitely an emergency resource. Alright. Come on. Fling it around, hop back on board, lock it down again. Quickly check out. So we are heading. Let's actually get a compass bearing heading on this. We need to head actually west. So where did that may mean that we ended up on my map? That meant we ended up on one of those two islands. It's not entirely clear which one, but in terms of where we want to go, It's probably not that island that I can just see beyond that post. It's probably just in the distance back there. All right. Let's see if we can make a go of this. We did save our game, so let's do that. Away we go again. There is an island in the direction indicated, so I'm hoping that as we get close, it'll become really obvious it's the one we want. Like, it's super hard to see. I can barely see it on my monitor, and I know the stream tends to be darker. Oh, hello. I had somebody stop by the chat, and I didn't even see, because I don't often have people stop by the chat. How you going? Crazy Bisha. Pleased to meet you. Okay, I think... Okay, I don't think it's the one that's coming up on my left here. I think it's the one that's just ahead of my nose. And yeah, because that spire is not the front of my building, I don't think. I think it's just because the lights and the building of my island do not get through the fog at distance. Alright, so hopefully as we come up on this thing... Yeah, there it is. Light has started popping in. My assets have started popping in on the island. Yeah, really easy to pop right by it because the island itself is not that distinctive in profile from a distance without its lights. I'm wondering if I can get a tower tall enough that it'll poke above the trees and it'll make it a very distinctive phenomenon. But no matter. Okay, I can sail right into the shallows here and then turn around and pop out the other side when I want to head out again. So that's not terrible. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll totally do. Lock it down. Anchor deployed. Sail furled. Alright, so we have an outrageous amount of unpacking to do. Yeah. Yeah, this is bananas. That was a very productive island, but... Are you on PC or console? I am on PC. I'm actually really happy this did make it to console. It's a really a lovely game. But no, it's on my PC. So what am I doing here? Get my brain wrapped together. Let's see if I can find all of my wood and steel bits. Man, I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Oh my god. That was a great haul, but... Alright, so I'm looking for flashlights as well, I guess. And I'll take my lanterns as long as I'm doing that. Stone, I'll leave for a moment. Was I taking cloth? No, I was looking for the steel bits. There's all the buoys I collected. There's all my wood and steel bits. And I think that's probably got my inventory pretty close to full. Oh, I had another whole crate of buoys. I forgot about that. Alright. Alright. A lot more rope out of that than I thought I was going to get, if I'm honest. Is this my wood section? This is my wood section. Let's... You know know what? And let's start consolidating some of this because we can, because we're here. Let's see if we can't compactify this a hair. Since they have increased the capacity on the crates, let's start to take a little bit of advantage of that, because I don't need... that one's full. This one is now completely empty, so that's fine. That one's also completely empty. That one's also completely empty. But that one's getting close to full up, so I'll leave one of my crates here. It's fine. Oh my god, too many crates. Well, that was ill-placed. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go, like a pro. Or at least someone who's just been doing this way too long. Okay, flashlights, I've got a stash of, not there, or there, or there. There we are. Lots of flashlights. More lanterns, which I love and adore in every possible way, because we can use that to add more lighting to the lodge. I don't have one back here, do I? Nope, so you get a lantern. There's really no way my graphics engine can handle this many independent lights, but it's still fun. How dark is that room? That room is actually pretty good because of the lighting above and below. So actually that's an interesting point. That, if I add a lantern back here, is that going to help light up the one below? Because then I can save a lantern below. And I should really light up the stairwell because I have died plummeting down those stairs way too many times. Where did I put that last lantern? If I take this one out of here... Oh yeah, that's not bad for being lit up from the back. So I may not need lanterns on this floor at all, as long as I have lanterns on the upper floor. Did I do something out here lantern-wise? No. Alright, so it's on the first and third floors that I want to keep nicely lit. And actually, because of this, let's move this into the corner a little bit further. Light optimization, because that's what you want to be doing during a survival game, right? Right? Let's put one over here so we at least have some of the staircase lit up, because that's just super dangerous. Oh yeah, this is lovely. This is coming up Millhouse. I'm totally using it in the wrong context. That's all right. Sneak through here because I never found a way to close that gap. That's all right. If you're coming to my island to vacation, you have to be at least a little bit adventurous with the flooring. Okay, so let's find out what else we have here. We have more lights, hammers, air tubes. Yeah, let's just pick all this stuff up. All right, let's put down the food so we can pick up the part. Oh, okay. Why am I doing this on stream? I do not know why I'm doing this on stream. Like I said, I was finding the traveling around and collecting of stuff cathartic. This is not necessarily the most amusing thing to see, but all right. So there's that. Where's the shaft? The drive. There we go. Drives. Okay, hammers here. No, that's the label makers. Here we go. Hammers away. Cloth and lights. We already know where the lights are. They are. I used to know where the lights were. Only when you go to demonstrate to someone else, right? here, and I got cloth. My cloth stores are over here. I need to break down some of these crates. I just got too many. It's just become nonsense. So just in case you're still paying attention, all of these central crates here are completely empty. And I've got a couple more empty here besides, except for that one. All right. Oh, I have another lantern, that's nice. Rope and gas. Yeah, all sorts of stuff, loose stuff. Gasoline cans. I think these are my empties, so that's where that's going to go. And I have fuel there, so I'm going to pick up that gas can, fill it with gas, which I still have a little left over. I'm going to drop that. Alright, so can we pack any more fuel? Not that one. That one is now completely full. And that one. So all three of these are completely full of gas. It's actually a good thing. It means I have lots of spare fuel in case I need to make an emergency helicopter tour with some visitors, I guess. We have another one of these. Let's find a home for it. Maybe upstairs where it's a little dark. This floor isn't bad. It's even got some light under the stairs. That'll do. I will eventually migrate a few of these up to the lighthouse once I build the lighthouse. Out the door. I noticed that I think I've lost my viewer, but that's alright. I'm doing kind of tedious stuff right now, and I'm doing it on stream because I just haven't turned the stream off. Frankly, that's really just where it ends up. Oh, you know what's an interesting question, though? I need to get myself healed. Funny thing is I had a coconut here, but... Alright, well, we're going to make one brand new. That's a thing. So we crack one of these open. We make a coconut flask, which has now been added to my backpack. Please have not died. No, everything's died. That's rough. That is really rough, because what that means is, okay, so the PD plant still exists, but I can't replant this because I need to make myself an antidote right quick. So I'm gonna have to replant from my other stores. So I'm gonna put this special coconut back over by the other food supplies, a little off to the side here, and I will have to replant when next I get awake, because I'm not doing it as part of this stream. It's just a little too time consuming. In fact, what I'm going to do here is, what have I got on me? I got cloth, I got another flashlight which I can put over here. Another flare gun. I got rope on me, which is fine. I'll leave the rope on me because I'll probably need it. My next task on my next stream will have to be unpacking the rest of this. Actually, I'll do the unpacking and the replanting off stream because nobody needs to see that because it's really, really boring. Then I will go back out and try to salvage. I'll try to engage in a proper salvage operation where I bring along spear guns to take care of the sharks and something to help me breathe underwater because I've never actually done that in this game. So that'll be something new. All right, it is dawn. Just going to double check that I saved the game because I have a memory like a thing with holes in it. And I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. It has been delightful having all of you here. This has been Code Weaver Plays Games, and I hope to see you on the next stream.